Now, the next laptop I'm about to show you is one that really piqued my interest. Number one, it has a really good price to performance ratio. We're gonna get into the price in a little bit. And number two, it has a gorgeous 16-inch 2.5K display. It's 120 Hertz, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Pair that with a nice powerful processor, the AMD Ryzen 7, and you also get the RTX 3050 graphics from NVIDIA. This seems to be the complete package. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my unboxing and first look review of the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 7 Pro 16-inch laptop with that AMD processor. Coming up. And as we take a look at the specs, I want to let everybody know, in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I'm not being paid by Lenovo, I'm not being sponsored by Lenovo. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own. Lenovo is not getting copy approval. That means they're seeing this video for the first time, just like you. Now, this review unit is on loan from Lenovo, and once this review is done, I'll be sending it back. Pricing for the unit that I have here today goes for $1,232 according to my source at Lenovo. And if you head on over to the site, it says it's temporarily unavailable, but I did reach out to my source at Lenovo and I was assured that it is coming very soon. So for those interested, make sure you check out the link below for more information and when it becomes available. And with the specs and pricing out of the way, let's find out what you get inside the box. Let's open it up. Now, lifting the lid, you are greeted by the unit itself. We're going to get to that in just a little bit, but you get a 135-watt power adapter that uses Lenovo's own proprietary connector. We've seen this one before. And you also get some documentation. And holding the unit for the first time, I'm loving the cloud gray finish. You could also get it in storm gray. It has a very nice all-metal feel to it with rock-solid build quality, with hardly any flex in the chassis. This is built really well. Now at 2.08 kilograms or 4.59 pounds, definitely portable for a 16-inch laptop, easy to take with you on the road. Okay, let's check out the port selection. On the left side is your power port. That's where you'll charge this laptop with the supplied 135-watt power adapter. Next to that is an HDMI 1.4B port, and next to that is a USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 port that is full service. That means you can charge this laptop through that port. You could also connect to an external monitor, and then finally a 3.5mm microphone headphone combo jack. And moving over to the right side is a full-size SD card reader. One thing to note, the cards do not sit flush with the unit. They stick out as you see here. And next to that are two USB-A ports, and finally, your power button to round out the ports on this laptop. But one thing to be aware of, there's no Thunderbolt 4 ports on this, since this is running an AMD processor. But despite that, it's still a pretty decent port selection. Now, to get inside this laptop, it's actually pretty easy. All you need to do is remove the 9 T5 Torx screws, use a pry tool or a guitar pick to pry off the bottom plate, and once you do that, you're in. And once inside, you'll notice a couple of things. There are two fans for cooling. We're going to get into the thermals, the fan noise, and of course the surface temperatures in that upcoming full review. I'll also test out the battery. This has a 75 watt-hour battery. I'll bring you my findings in terms of battery life and charging times. That's coming soon as well. Now, unfortunately, the RAM is soldered into the motherboard, and you can configure this with up to 16 gigabytes of DDR4 3200 RAM running in dual channel mode. But you can upgrade the SSD. It's a PCIe Gen 3 SSD, and here are the reads and writes, which are actually pretty good, although they're not the Gen 4 speeds we've been seeing here in early 2022. But these are great speeds nonetheless. And it has a Wi-Fi 6 with a Bluetooth 5.1 combo card, and the good news is it's slotted in. That means you, the user, can change it up down the road if you want to. And for those wondering, yes, you can open the lid with one finger and the screen goes as far back as you see here. Okay, let's talk about the keyboard, and what we have here are those familiar smile-shaped keys we know from Lenovo's IdeaPad and Yoga line. This is no exception. A little bit shallow in terms of the key travel, but it does have good tactile feedback and is comfortable to type on for extended periods of time. And it does have a numpad for those number crunches out there. And it does have a multi-stage backlight that allows you to get work done in a dark room or a dimly lit environment. My overall takeaway is it's a good keyboard. And the Precision Touchpad worked well. It's a diving board style. I thought it was responsive, two-finger scrolling was smooth, and all the gestures work as you'd expect. And let's talk about the display. And to me, with this price point, you're getting a really excellent display, and I like that. It's a 16-inch IPS display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600. And for those wondering, yes, that is a 16:10 aspect ratio. That means you'll do less scrolling when it comes to web browsing. You'll see a little bit more on the display. It has a more of a vertical nature to it. And it's a touchscreen display, so you can navigate through the OS with your finger, and it's really convenient, nice to have that. Now, there is no pen support, but of course, this is a clamshell, not a big deal. And it has 120 hertz refresh rate. That means you're going to get the really smooth scrolling and the very fluid experience. Great for gaming and great for navigating through the OS. And you're looking at some really deep blacks, good white points, excellent contrast, and it has a pretty low Delta E score of 1.96. Remember, anything below 2 means that it is a color-accurate display, and it has decent coverage of the color gamut, 100% sRGB, 72% Adobe RGB, 73% of the DCI-P3 wide color gamut, and 67% NTSC. So it's a decent choice if you are a content creator that does Lightroom, Photoshop, color grading, and of course, video editing. Not the best in that category, but decent nonetheless. And it's also a bright display coming in at 500 nits, meaning that this is going to be good for both indoor and outdoor use. But it is a glossy display. You will notice some reflections and glare in certain lighting conditions, something to be aware of. Now, it's also an HDR 400 display, watching high dynamic range content, and YouTube, Netflix, and of course Amazon is really great on this excellent display. And it has some pretty slim bezels, giving it a nice, sleek, and modern look. It also has a reverse notch on the top that allows you to open the lid up with one finger, and it also houses the webcam. Now, speaking of that webcam, let's check it out now. So this is the front-facing camera on the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 7 Pro, the 16-inch version, also known as the Yoga Slim 7 Pro outside North America. And what we're looking at here is a 720p webcam. It's an IR webcam. That means you can log in with face recognition with Windows Hello, which is good. But it's not 1080p, so just keep that in mind. But what do you think about the video quality? What do you think about the audio quality of the internal mics? Are they good for your Zoom calls and your hybrid work environment that we find ourselves in? Let me know in that comments section below. Now, this is running the AMD Ryzen 7 5800H processor. That's an 8-core, 16-thread processor from AMD. It's also paired with that RTX 3050 GPU from NVIDIA. It's the 35-watt variant. So we're seeing pretty decent performance from these initial benchmarks, but of course, I still need to do further testing to bring you my full review. But this is going to be good for everyday use, Microsoft Office, email, web browsing. You could even do some gaming on it. I'll bring you all those numbers coming very soon. Now, this has two 2-watt Dolby Atmos speakers. They're bottom-facing speakers, and I thought they were decent volume, good mids, although I thought it could use a little bit more bass. But overall, I would say it's an adequate in terms of the sound, although if you want a more enhanced audio experience, use wired or Bluetooth headphones. All right, let's bring it all home. What do I think about the IdeaPad or Yoga Slim 7 Pro 16-inch laptop running that AMD Ryzen processor here for early 2022? And I gotta say, I like the price to performance ratio. I like what you get here. Good bang for your buck. I like its bright, sharp 16-inch IPS touchscreen display. It's a 120 hertz display, so you're gonna get that really smooth scrolling and the really fluid experience. The stylish looks, it's really nice, sleek, and modern look. It's got an upgradable SSD. It also has a comfortable keyboard and touchpad, and it also has RTX 3050 graphics for enhanced performance. We'll get into that in the full review. The things I'm not crazy about, I don't like the fact that it has soldered RAM. That means you cannot upgrade the RAM yourself, and it caps out at 16 gigabytes of RAM. Would have been nice to have a 32 gigabyte option. There's no 4K option, although that 2.5K IPS display is excellent in its own right, and it only has a 720p webcam. Now, it is an IR webcam, so that's good, but I would like to see a 1080p webcam here in 2022. But there are no real deal breakers here so far, ladies and gentlemen. I think Lenovo's hit a home run, and I can't wait to put it through its paces and bring you my full review. That will be coming very soon. So what do you think about this bad boy, the Slim 7 Pro 16-inch cloud gray finish, nice look, solid metal all metal design, really rock solid, very little flex or give in the chassis, which you'd like to see. Very substantial, nice feeling laptop. Not the lightest out there, about 4.59 pounds or something like that, or 2.08 kilograms or something like that. Again, easy to take with you on the go. Not the lightest 16-inch out there, but definitely portable. Now you got that AMD Ryzen 7 5800H, the NVIDIA RTX 3050 GPU. Nice combination. We've seen it before. Good performance, everyday use, Microsoft Office, email, web browsing. You're going to be great with that. Again, I'll bring you all the numbers in the upcoming full review. It's got a 75 watt hour battery. I'm expecting decent battery life. Again, I still need to do testing. I just got this. So hopefully that'll be good. And it also has that beautiful display, that 16-inch IPS display, 120 hertz, 500 nits, touchscreen display, very responsive, 16:10 aspect ratio. Now, as far as price is concerned, my contact over Lenovo tells me it's going to come in at $1,232, which is an excellent price. Considering what you're getting in terms of the quality of the display, the good performance out of that CPU, the good performance out of that GPU, nice CPU-GPU combination, and of course, it's got a 75 watt hour battery. You're looking at an all-metal design, so great price to performance ratio so far. I'll bring you more of that in terms of the numbers in the upcoming full review, but I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think this Slim 7 Pro 16-inch is a great deal, especially with that price to performance ratio? Is this something you've been looking at? Again, I want to know what you think. Let me know in that comment section below. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course my website, amdtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.